Hey guys! For anyone who might be new here, my name is Amelia and I post a lot of content about my life. It mostly consists of college content, and most recently I spent an entire semester studying abroad in London. Of course, I've vlogged the whole thing, so if you want to see my adventures in London and all the other countries that I traveled to, I will link it all up here. It has been so fun sharing that time of my life with you guys, and in doing that I've gotten a lot of questions about London, about travel, and just about study abroad in general. So I'm planning a lot of videos addressing all of those questions, and we're starting with this one. Anyone who's preparing to study abroad knows that trying to figure out what to pack is so overwhelming because you don't want to overpack, but you also don't want to leave stuff at home that you might need. Trust me, I get it. I was in the exact same boat. But luckily for you, just in time for Amazon Prime Day, I compiled a long list of my study abroad must-haves. These are things that I used, that I loved, and then some things that just would have made my life easier if I had thought about it at the time. Everything that I mention in this video will be linked in the description, so feel free to look down there. And if you have any other questions about packing or study abroad or literally anything, feel free to comment down below. Okay, without further ado, let's get into this list. I split this video up into 5 sections. First we have packing, then we have travel, then we have clothing, and then we have lifestyle. So feel free to skip around if there's a certain section that you're looking for. So yeah, we're gonna start out with section number 1, which is packing. The first absolute essential is packing cubes. This is so essential when you're trying to fit everything that you need into your suitcases. It keeps everything really compact so you can maximize your space, and it keeps things organized. So once you get to where you're going, you can just take everything out of the packing cube and put it in the drawer, exactly how it is. This was so helpful not only going from the US to the UK, but also on my little weekend trips that I did as well. I got a lot of use out of my packing cubes. The next thing is perfect for my overpackers, especially my clothing overpackers. That's me. When I first arrived in London, it was January, which means trench coats, puffer jackets, all these huge pieces of clothing that were really hard to fit in my suitcase. The thing that helped me to fit everything into my suitcases were vacuum seal bags. These bags literally feel like a packing cheat code. This comes with the bags and the little vacuum, so it has everything that you need, and you just put your clothes into the bag, and then the vacuum sucks the air out of it, and it makes it, again, just so compact and so easy to fit everything that you need. Next up is a mesh laundry bag. I found this to be so great for my weekend trips because I could just throw all my dirty laundry into the bag, and then I didn't have to worry about it until I got back to my home base and I could actually wash it. This is also great if you have to wash your clothes while you're traveling because it just keeps everything together and you're not going to lose anything in some foreign country. I had just your typical little toiletry bag that zips open and close, and I wish I saw this one. Like, this is so genius. It looks like just your typical makeup toiletry bag, but when you open it all the way up, it actually has a little hook so you can hang it places, and everything is just perfectly laid out for you, easily accessible. This is so great for if you're staying in a hostel, for example, because I had to put my little makeup bag on some dirty counters, dirty floors, and if I had this bag that I could just hang up and be able to use everything that I need, yeah, that would have been great. So learn from my mistakes and get something like this. Another thing that you absolutely need is travel-sized liquid holders. This was such a lifesaver for me because airports are so strict about their liquids, but I was still able to bring all my favorite products to other countries. That one just goes without saying, it's such a need. Another great thing is this jewelry holder, and I love how small and compact it is because it's just jewelry. You don't want it to take up too much space, but it's nice to have options for your study abroad picks, let's be so honest. Okay, that's everything that I have for my packing essentials. If you can think of anything else that would be beneficial to add to the list, please comment down below. And now we're moving on to the travel and flight essentials. When you're traveling, something that you're definitely gonna need is something to hold all of your travel documents together. Like your passport, your licenses, your boarding tickets, all of that is so important to have in one place that you can easily take out and put back away, and you know it's gonna be safe, you know it's all together. So that is why you should get a passport holder like this. It fits everything that you need and more, and it's so nice to have that peace of mind that if you have this little thing, you have everything that you need. Whenever I was traveling and kind of stressed about packing, I always said, as long as I have my passport, my phone, my IDs, and a little bit of money, I can buy anything else. I wouldn't want to, that wouldn't be ideal, but it is possible. These things are not possible to buy, so very important that you have this very safe and very secure all together in one place. The next thing is you should definitely get some Apple AirTags. I'm and put them in your suitcases, because the last thing you want when you're starting out your semester abroad is to not have your suitcases or your luggages and have no idea where in the world they are. Going off of that, it's very beneficial to have a really nice set of suitcases. I linked the ones that I got for my study abroad. It's Delcy Paris. I loved this set because it had the checked bag size, kind of a medium one, and then a super small one. That little one was so great because my friends and I did a lot of Ryanair flights, and they are very strict about their bag sizes. So it was great to be able to bring that on my little weekend trips. I also linked this suitcase that is the perfect Ryanair size. I also linked this suitcase that is the perfect discount airline size because we are college students and we are on a budget. Let's be so real. Another thing that I loved was my travel backpack. I had this one from Osprey and it was amazing. I could honestly fit just as much, maybe even more, in that bag than my carry-on suitcase. There are so many different compartments and it was very supportive. I just highly recommend getting a backpack because when you're, for example, in Europe, there are a lot of cobblestone streets, and bringing a suitcase down cobblestone streets is such a hassle. It's so loud. It's kind of embarrassing. So this was great. The specific brand that I had can be a little pricey. I'm very thankful that I got it for Christmas. So I also included this Amazon brand one that I found. I thought it was adorable. Reviews looked great. So yeah, feel free to check that one out. Something that I loved doing while I was abroad was just doing little solo day trips. And I didn't necessarily want to bring my huge travel backpack when I was just gonna be there for a day. So I would highly recommend getting a little purse, something about this size, something that can fit your passport, your phone, chargers, cameras, snacks, but it's not too big and it's not too bulky. I had an amazing roommate who let me borrow her little crossbody bag and it was perfect for it. So that's the inspiration that I had for linking this specific bag. Another bag that is great for day trips or class or just, you know, your everyday life is a Longchamp bag. These are so great because they're very durable for any type of weather. They fit a lot of stuff and they can go with literally any outfit. But let's be so honest, Longchamp is very pricey, so I found a dupe. Okay, I was going to link just your typical little travel pillow, you know, like the U-shaped neck pillow. And then when I was doing my research, I found this adaptable twist travel pillow. So you can wear it like the typical way, but you can also unbutton it and twist it and move it around however is most comfortable for you. I thought this was genius. I've never tried it, but it looks so comfortable. So yeah, this is great for your plane rides, your train rides, all of the above. Next up is you should definitely get a portable luggage scale. Another thing that airports are very strict about is their weight limit, and this can really just take the guesswork out of it. You can measure it on your own before you actually get to the airport. That way you don't have to open up your luggage in front of everybody and take everything out. That's a whole mess. I would never want to do something like that. This is another thing that one of my wonderful roommates let me borrow. I remember the day before we were all leaving to come back to the US, all of my roommates and I were sharing this one luggage weight, and we were just like packing, weighing, and then repacking and reweighing and just trying to get under that weight limit. So obviously very important. Another thing that is so important is portable chargers. This one is great because it has so many different cords connected to it. It has your lightning cord, USB, USB-C, anything you could need. But this one is great because it's very compact and you can just connect it to your phone, and I love it. While you're traveling, you may be going to some places that are known for phone thieves or just pickpockets in general. I know in London that was definitely an issue. So it might be a good idea to get some anti-theft items just to kind of protect yourself, prevent anything from happening. Something that I loved that honestly kind of doubled as anti-theft was an Octobuddy on the back of my phone. It's just a suction cup sticker that you put on the back of your phone. It was great for entertainment purposes because when I was on planes or trains or anything, I could just stick it to the seat in front of me and like watch shows or whatever. But it also kind of doubled as anti-theft because when I would be sitting at restaurants, it would stick to the table. So if anyone were to come up and try and take my phone, it would be stuck. And it's also very loud when you're picking it up, so I would clock it right away. So yeah, that was kind of like a double use little hack for you. Okay, that was the end of the travel section. Now we are getting into housing and hostel stuff. I stayed in a lot of hostels when I was traveling abroad, and honestly, I had great experiences everywhere. Here's some things that can make your stay a little easier. Number one, it's so important to bring a lock for all of your stuff. Every hostel will have a little spot to put your stuff, whether it's a locker or a little box. It's so important to make sure that you keep everything secure and locked up because you're probably not going to know the people you're staying with. I know a lot of places let you rent locks and you can buy them upon check-in. Save that money for fun stuff in whatever country you're in and just bring your own. Next up is an eye mask, just to, you know, block out any light that might be in the room. This silk one is great because it's easy on your skin, easy on the eyes. Oh my gosh, I think people are starting to mow the lawn right now. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Oh no, I really hope you can't hear that. I need to check if you can hear that. This would happen, wouldn't it? Back to business. Next up is this portable door lock. This might be more for like your Airbnb stays or hotel stays because you can't exactly lock other people out of their own hostel room. But if you're staying in a place just by yourself or just you and your friends, it might be nice to have that extra level of security and have your own way to lock the door. Back to your hostel stays. It's very important to have shower shoes because, I mean, it's just like freshman year, you know? You don't know who's using those showers. You don't know who's been there. Another thing that feels again like freshman year is to have a foldable shower caddy that you can bring to and from the bathroom at your hostel. Emphasis on foldable, that way it doesn't take up a lot of space in your bag. Going off of that, bringing your own towel is such a good idea because a lot of hostels will make you pay for a towel, not even to keep, just to rent a towel. So if you're planning on doing a lot of hostel stays, bring your own towel. Make sure it's compact and easy dry just for efficiency's sake. Something else that would be so helpful is to bring your own little compact mirror. This one is great because it's flat, so again, easy to pack, and it has LED lighting, which is so nice. That's going to be so great when you're getting ready in the morning because hostel bathrooms, Airbnb bathrooms, let's be so honest with ourselves, they're not going to have great lighting, but this mirror does. Okay, we are on to the very last section, and this is kind of miscellaneous, but I'm just going to say that these are things that are going to support your study abroad lifestyle. First up, I would definitely bring a reusable, non-spilling water bottle. I think this goes without saying. You're probably going to be doing a lot of walking wherever you are, and water isn't always free, so get you one of these. I love my Awala. I have, I think, like the smaller version of it, but any size is great. I love it because it doesn't spill, so definitely do that. You are probably going to be walking to get your groceries, and I know at least in London they charged for plastic grocery bags, but I wouldn't even want to buy those anyway because I'd be so nervous that they would break on the way back home. So I would definitely get a shopping bag like this. I love it because it's very durable, it's very strong, and it has little pockets so you can organize all your groceries, and you just put it over your shoulder and bring it on your walk home. Something that is a great idea, especially if you're going in the summer or any of the warmer months, is to bring a portable fan. I didn't really have to bring this during my semester abroad because I was there January to April, but towards the end of April, as it started warming up a little bit, I could definitely see how the summer could be a very sticky, sweaty time. So this would definitely help to cool you down a little bit in those warm summer months. This next thing is great if you're really into reading or if you just want something other than scrolling on your phone to keep you entertained while you're traveling, is a Kindle. With the limited space that you have in your suitcase, you're probably not going to want to bring a whole bunch of books with you, but this is great because you can just download them and read them on the go. I also included a little Kindle case because it's very important to keep that protected. Something else that you might need in, you know, a little emergency is a Tide stick. You really never know, so it's great to just have that on you at all times. I also got a lot of use out of my mini lint roller. The washing machines that we used weren't great and it was very linty. This was great to just alleviate all of that. Something else is a little foldable picnic blanket or towel or just something to sit on outside because you never know when there's going to be a beach or a park or some place that you just want to sit out and lay out and enjoy being outdoors. Some picnic blankets can be kind of bulky, but I think this one was a pretty good size, so I included it here. And the last things are perfect for if you're sentimental like me. These are things that are going to help you capture all of these incredible memories that you're about to make. So number one is a travel journal. Everyone has a different way of going about their travel journal. Some people in my program did junk journals where they would take train tickets and plane tickets, receipts and all that kind of stuff, and they would collect everything and put it in their journal and like tape it or glue it. I don't really know the strategy to that, but I thought that was really cool. You can also just use it like a regular journal or diary and just recount everything that goes down. Weirdly enough, I journal more in just my regular life than I did when I was studying abroad, but I think that's because my form of journaling was a digital journal, and that is the digital journal or the vlogs that I share with you guys. All of the vlogs that I posted, I filmed on my Sony ZV-1F. It's also what I'm filming this video on right now. I would highly recommend this camera to anybody. In my opinion, it's very reasonably priced. It's great for videos and pictures. It doesn't take up too much space, so if you're wanting to vlog your experience, which I highly recommend, I love my Sony ZV-1F, so I linked that down below. If you don't necessarily want to get a camera like this, you can also get a digital camera. I linked the Kodak Pix Pro. I think that's what it's called. Please don't make fun of me if I completely butchered that. That is the one that a lot of my friends had, and the pictures turned out great. If you are bringing cameras, I would highly recommend bringing a camera bag, something like this that you can put your chargers in, your SD cards in, obviously your camera, just to keep everything together. Yeah, like I mentioned, SD cards are very important because you're going to be capturing a lot of footage, and I also included this camera charger that is compatible with the Sony ZV-1F that I used literally every day. So obviously I'm very passionate about capturing every study abroad memory because this is such a unique experience in your life that you're never going to get back. So I highly recommend finding a way to be able to relive it again once you're back home and you're missing it, which is exactly where I am right now. That is it for my study abroad must-haves list. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this helped you out. Again, everything is linked down below, and if you're watching this within the week that this video was released, it is Amazon Prime Week, so take advantage of all the deals. If you studied abroad and you can think of anything that I may have missed that really helped you out, please comment down below. Help everyone out. If you are currently preparing to study abroad, I know it's very overwhelming and it can be a little bit nerve-wracking, but I am just so excited for you. You are about to start an incredible adventure, and honestly, I'm very jealous that you're just starting it. Okay, the people mowing the lawn are back. I don't know if you can hear that, but I definitely can. So with that, I'm going to end the video here, and I will see you guys in the next video very soon. Bye!